COVID kids or anyone who's watching the video,
I'm done.
on Google Classroom, there is a starter that has, I'm going to show you the picture of it. Oh, there it is.
There's the
Do-
answers too.
Do that first, and then watch what we're doing here. 'cause we're
I
gonna
showed them
work
the
with it.
answers.
So stop the video, do that starter, and then come back, COVID person. Okay, you guys ready, rock and rollers? Let's do this. So,
Lauren, I told Lawrence about
here's
it.
what we
He's
got.
like,
Oh,
I didn't know that was
look,
you.
giant animals. We're getting
Who?
big today.
Lawrence.
Big is expensive except for goldfish.
Oh,
Because
wait,
who
I
wants
think I know.
giant
That bunny's
goldfish?
bigger than Cole.
Actually, you know, giant goldfish sell for a lot.
No, they're invasive and they're terrible.
Oh,
Look, and look, I'll show you a picture of one.
But they can't.
So Cole's
Ew.
helping us out? That's crazy.
They
Wait, is
really
Cole
can-
helping us then?
That's good.
Getting rid of them?
They really will keep growing.
It looks like a koi fish.
Yeah, I
Well,
think
they have no natural predators.
Yeah, and they'll ruin, like if you dump them in a lake, they'll ruin the lake because they have no
Because they
natural
eat up
predators.
all the vegetation.
Okay, so everyone's watching me.
Dicks.
Let's start off with this. The first thing I need, because we're going to be using the equation a little bit more today. So let's start off. Hey, Layla, do you mind giving me your equation, what you got for this?
like the answer?
Yep.
Y equals 950x plus 1000.
Okay, so here's what I want to remind everyone. There are two letters in here. One letter is, oh my God, I don't think I've ever seen you without your hat on. And I had no idea your hair was that short. So, I looked back and I thought, oh, there's someone new in class. You just totally freaked me out there. So, remember the X is the number of giant rabbits, right? And in my mind, they weren't big like that. They were giant, like you could ride them, you'd hold on to their ears. That's how I'm picturing them. Y is the money you spend total on giant rabbits. The input is animals. The output is the money that you're going to spend, right? So today we're gonna tweak it a little bit. So everyone's got this. You got your calculator out. We got JJ buying 3. We got Sasha buying 7. Let's say I want to take you all on a giant rabbit rodeo. I want to buy, there are 35 of us in here. I'd like to buy each of you a giant rabbit. What will it cost me? So right now, figure it out. 35 of us. Don't shout out your answer, please. Let's make sure everyone gets an opportunity to do the math. Do you have an answer? Yeah. Just hold on a second. I'm going to have you say it.
What are we doing?
I want to know what it's going to cost me to do 35 rabbits.
35. I should do that in my head.
It's doable.
35
If you
times
sell a couple
950.
cars
Yeah.
or cars.
Per 10, that'd be
I'd much rather buy a car, but
Dude, imagine a giant rabbit.
9,500
Like a horse,
for
but
30.
a rabbit. Like bull riding with a
Oh,
He's
rabbit.
so soft.
So then
but imagine fast cars.
times 3.
Oh, yeah, that could be
For
kind of
34 grand?
Yeah, you'd have to
27,
really tie yourself.
28.
Okay.
Decking out.
Shitbox.
Wait a
After
second.
that
I'm
is
going to get
Big
everyone.
engine.
Sorry,
tires,
Cole,
turbo.
because they're filming, I'm
47.50.
going to need everyone back up here. So, Aiden, what did you do to get your answer?
I did 3850 equals 950, and then in parentheses 3, and then I did 950 times 3.
Okay. Oh, no. To get your like, how many is 35 rabbits? Did you do that? Oh, okay. Sorry. That's what I thought you had. So, Carolina, what do you get for an answer? How many is 35? How much money is 35
Get all in my
rabbits?
head. What do you do?
34,250.
Did you
Can I see a wiggle of
That's all
fingers
I
if
got.
Carolina's right? So you put that 35
do it.
somewhere.
Yes, I did.
Where did you put it?
I promise you. I actually did.
You put it in the X, and
I did it
here's
in my
why you
head.
did.
Just not
Because
for
that's
fancy.
rabbits,
Money.
right? So the
36
rabbits goes
times
there,
950
money
plus
comes
1,000.
out. But we're going to change it up a little bit, so I need
36
everyone to
times
listen to this
950.
part. So I
36
don't know if you know
times
this is true.
36 times
Last
950.
night, the lottery was up to close to $500 million,
Time
right?
to go buy lottery.
And it didn't even go off. So if you buy it for Saturday, it's like $480 million, right? So as of Sunday, I will be really rich. So yay me, right? Because I'm going to win. So I've decided I would like to have a giant rabbit farm. So I am going to spend 200,000 of my dollars on rabbits for a giant rabbit sanctuary. My question is, how many rabbits do I purchase? How many can I get for 200,000? We are plugging in 200,000 somewhere different. Will it go in for X or will it go in for Y?
Why?
It'll go in for Y because now we're talking about the cost and I want to figure out the rabbits. Does that make sense? So we're going backwards. So I know the numbers are big, but that's okay because we have calculators. So take your calculator, please, and say 200,000 equals 950x plus 1,000. And use your calculator, please. When you get an answer, if you grab a whiteboard pen and scrawl it on your desk, I would appreciate that.
Wait, this is so hard to do in my head.
How many
Don't
rabbits
do
do I
it
get
in
for
your
my
head, you
200
fool.
grand?
My head.
My rabbit sanctuary.
No, I'm not.
How many giant rabbits? Hold, you want me to hold on? I'm gonna have you say it. Or is that you?
I got it.
I'm gonna talk about that. I'm gonna talk about that.
Round up or
Round
down?
down because you can't
I'm
have
gonna
half
talk
of
about
that.
that.
200
Talk about
giant
that.
rabbits.
I know. I did mention that sometimes.
And yet. Okay, so, Jason, what'd you get?
Tell them to hate you for.
So, give me the exact number.
Oh, I need to look back at my calculator, but it was like 209.47, something like that.
So here's
I
what
know
I have a
something
problem with.
different.
Often when we teach math as teachers, we teach rounding. And rounding is a bit of a mistake because in real life, it really depends, right? If you're talking money, then $209.47 makes sense. If you're talking animals, 0.47 is disgusting, right? Like what is that? Is that like a rabbit chopped in half?
No, you get
Does he
the-
just lay there and bleed out? Do you get like just like the
Just the
top
fur.
half or the bottom half? That's gross.
You get one
So the
piece.
reality is
You get
when
the
we're
tail.
talking about real things, mostly live things, we don't round. We just go to the whole number because otherwise, like if you say how many kids got on a bus, and kids will say this all the time, like 10.4, and it's like, what do you got, like legs sitting next to you? That's gross, right? So when we're talking real things,
You don't just keep it
be careful, it makes sense. The answer to this actual question is 209 rabbits, right? So that's what we didn't do yesterday on the question D, was the fact that you can go forwards, put in numbers for rabbits, you can go backwards as well. So let's try the next one. On the next one, here's what I want to know. So let's start off to make certain that we all have the same equation. Layla, are you up for the second time giving me an equation?
Sure.
What'd you get?
Y equals 720x plus 1,650.
1,650. So it turns out that Pitbull wants giant pit bulls, right? So I want to know at Casa de Pitbull in Florida, which is really its name. No, it's not. I made that up. But you thought it could have been. That he wants 50 pit bulls, 50 giant pit bulls on Casa de Pitbull. How much is it going to cost him?
I can do it for
He wants 50?
It's you know, he's wealthy. He's got money. You're gonna tell it to me. Hold on. Not wait a second. I want everyone to make sure they got an answer they like. He wants 50 pit bulls at Casa de Pitbull, big pit bulls. Because at first I thought really a dog made like horse size would be fun, because you really could ride a dog. That'd be good. But really then I thought people could really make them attack dogs, and that would be terrible. And yeah, so then there's that.
I don't know what to do
ride him like
after
an
this.
attack
Do I just minus this from here?
So plug
much is
in
he
the
spending
50
again?
in this time. So we're gonna figure out the money. So leave that as
50
Y.
No.
This time we're putting the
buy
50 in here because
dogs.
this dogs
Oh.
are this,
yeah.
money
Only
is this. $50. He only
That's
wants
a
50.
lot of 50 dollars.
$50
So,
50
you
minutes
plugged in
of
the
dogs?
50 for me, Aiden, and what'd you get for the total amount of money that Pitbull's spending on his dog? 150. You got it. Very nice. But it turns out, no. Pitbull's gonna spend more money than that. He realizes he's got tons of money out there. Actually, let's make it my girl Beyonce. Beyonce would like to have a whole thing of giant labradoodles running around the island that her and Jay-Z own. And they do.
They own an
So,
island?
They do. They actually do. That one's true.
Probably more.
So Beyonce is spending 150 grand to fill Jay-Z Beyonce Island with labradoodles, of big giant labradoodles. 150 grand. How many labradoodles are cruising around Jay-Z and Beyonce's Mythical Beautiful Island. $150,000. Remember, animals go in for X, money goes in for Y.
Like 200 something dollars.
Oh my God, can you imagine if they were big and they were super happy and they play with you? God, that would be good. You could cuddle and
How do you
sleep on them
How do you store like? Where do you put $200+ though?
on an island. She owns
And
the
like
island.
pens or like
No, just let them
They
run
really
free.
do. Like
just
they
roam around?
How big is their island though?
I think it's in the Caribbean. It's a real island.
Well, like, you could have a small island. You could have a medium
Like
island,
it's enough that it's got a
big
landing strip and it's got like power and everything. Like they go there.
Cole, do you want to buy an island?
You know,
I know,
not
could you
really.
imagine?
I got about $40 in my bank
Yeah, because
account.
I like
I think
cars.
together they're almost going.
But if you had an island,
really
you could
have
put your
cars
cars
on-
there.
I
No,
don't
but
think
see,
they. I
that's
think they have a couple
useless.
Jeeps, but they wouldn't need anything, right? Because it's just
You get to walk.
yeah, and then they just have a thing. But I think they've got other buildings like people can come and stay, stuff like that.
I'd rather
I
have
think
a
I got it.
Adam LZ's
Okay, are we ready? You got it out? So here's what I did. So we're quiet.
Depends where.
Cool. So we're gonna put our 150 here, 150,000. Again, the math looks scary, but if you've got a calculator, you're not even gonna have a problem with this. So, let's see. Hey, Joe, did you do it?
This
Did you do this
one?
one? No, did you plug in the 150? Emma, did you do it? Yeah. Did you do this one? Okay, so, sorry, did this Emma get it? Yeah. What'd you get? 206. Awesome. Do you see how to do it? So what I'm gonna do is take, when I have money,
Solve for X.
okay, I need you not to talk over me, right? So we're gonna take, so I have two things happening. These are my animals. This is my money, right? Sometimes I'm gonna give you animals and you're gonna figure out how much it'll cost you. We can also go backwards. We can put in the money I spend and then figure out how many animals. And it literally is just an algebra 1 problem because I'm just getting X by itself. Does that make sense? I move this guy over, use my calculator, then divide by 270. Everybody good? Does that make sense? Right on. Anyone else need me? No? Okay, last one, best one. Well, not really. Cole.
Hey, it's a good investment.
So Cole,
Why would you
he's
buy
making
goldfish?
giant goldfish. Oh, he wants giant goldfish. I don't know. Maybe he cooks them. Maybe you eat them. You know what?
Dude.
It's disgusting, but you know what? I don't know the choices you make. So here's what I got. I think. Cole, is this what it is? Y equals 5x plus 3.
Correct.
Okay, let's go right to the chase. Cole wins the lottery. Cole buys a giant property with a really nice lake on it. And he spends, oh God, $100,000 to stock his lake with giant goldfish. How many of these bad boys are swimming around Cole's giant lake of giant goldfish?
Like 25,000.
It will be a lot of goldfish. So what we're gonna do, so Melina, do me a favor, take this guy, take your 100,000, put it in for Y, right? So we're gonna say 100,000 here.
If you're talking about money, you put it in the one.
Exactly, when I'm talking about money, I put it in the Y. When I'm talking about animals, I put it in the X. Right?
You like jazz?
You may.
I blanked out. What are we doing?
We're doing 100,000 for
I don't know
goldfish.
why you would ever say he won the lottery.
Did you find if she has their island? Oh, they are gross.
Still no money.
How many giant goldfish do we get? 19,000?
999.
The new
No,
season.
what?
Is that really what it is?
Yeah.
How?
Okay, that's weird. That I-
Divided by 5 and that's
Because you got
20,000
that
and you
$3
Wait, hold on,
subtract
hold
the
on.
3.
I mean, they don't.
You
No,
can't round up
no. It'd be
because
0.4.
you only get you won't have enough money to get an extra goldfish, right? That's a good question. So you're not even if it's like 19.999.9 in a store, they're gonna say, well, do you have enough money for that extra goldfish? And you're like, no. And they're like, well, then put one back because they'll do that at the store anyway. So you can't round up on animals. We pretty much have to go with what we go with.
That's not a lot.
Or a giant goldfish.
No,
It's about
20,000.
normal.
20 there. People do that, like, Zeus will do that.
What's
for,
your
like,
favorite kind of donut?
You can stop. Bye-bye.
Oh, bye,
person.
COVID kids.
Hi, come on, kids.